Welcome friends to a fresh episode of Elixir Talks. Today we are discussing a very distinct topic, estate sales. Imagine discovering a rare or antique piece of art for a reasonable price. This is not just wishful thinking. It happens at estate sales every day. But what are they and how they can be an excellent investment choice in real estate? We will explore estate sales, their finer nuances, and the unique opportunities they present to us. The first thing which I want you to understand is what is a probate process. When a person passes away, they may leave behind belongings, including real estate assets and other artifacts. Collectively, all of this is known as an estate. In Ontario, the person authorized to manage these assets is called the Estate Trustee. Probate is the process in which the court is asked to grant someone the authority to act as a trustee or confirm the authority of a person if the deceased has left a will. This process, which involves securing the certificate of appointment of estate trustee, ensures the legitimacy of the will, or in the absence of a will, appoints an administrator to oversee the probate. I have had the opportunity to navigate several estate sales to assist my clients and will share what I have learned in the process. In my real estate career, I have visited hundreds of properties, but estate properties are particularly distinctive, especially when the current owners have lived there for 50 to 60 years and the property is now being sold as an estate. These are pieces of real estate meticulously cared for by the original owners, generally very well maintained and often in original condition. Sometimes we see 50-plus-year-old broadloom or original tiles in the kitchen, original cabinet hardware in the kitchen and baths, and bathrooms with hand-sculpted wall tiles and vintage kitchen appliances with mechanical timers and equipment. All are quality items that have stood the test of time. Sometimes we see sparkling clean 50-year-old stove. The properties speak volumes about the owners and how they have cared for their home, which is now up for sale. Occasionally, I see basements with high-quality wood-paneled wet bars and counters, crafted for recreation decades ago, now having completed their useful life and ready for a remodeling project. It's a surreal feeling to witness and see the whole 50 to 70 years unfold right before your eyes. Every home has its own unique story. From a buyer's perspective, dealing with estate sales means emotions are often detached from the seller's standpoint, as the executor or beneficiaries want to move on with the business as usual after liquidating the asset. Moreover, these properties are often non-updated and sold in as-is where-is condition. This gives buyers a certain edge in the negotiation process, and the property could be settled at a reasonable or a slightly below market price. The purchase agreement must be drafted with great care and due diligence. The probate process generally takes 4 to 6 months and may sometimes takes longer. This depends on the timing when the property was listed for sale and whether the certificate of appointment of trustee has been completed or it is still in process. Most agreements will have longer closing dates, implicitly allowing for the probate proceedings to be completed by the time closing approaches. In case of delays, it's wise to include a clause in the agreement to address this situation. A clause might be added to protect the sellers, stating that if the probate is not completed by the agreed upon completion date, the closing can be extended to a further timeline with written notice to the buyer. This is crucial because if the closing date is not met, there might be situations where the buyer, if renting, has given notice to their landlord and now have to vacate their existing dwelling. To resolve such scenarios, one option is for the seller, if unable to obtain probate even by the extended timeline, to let the buyer take possession of the property by furnishing an extra deposit and continue to live there, paying market rent during the wait period. All of this, along with the agreement, should be reviewed by solicitors for both the seller and buyer. Solicitors who play a key role in safeguarding the interest of all parties involved. The agreement and completion process involves many hurdles, but can be navigated successfully with the right planning and advice. I hope we have learned something new about estate sales today. For any real estate goals you might have, reach out to our dedicated team here at Elixir and experience the difference. Take good care, and I will talk to you soon.